So yes, hello, it's Kenji here and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3. Today we're taking a look at the Forzathon known as Show Us What You're Working With, which features the Porsche 959. Once again, the Porsche 959 can be acquired without the Porsche DLC because it's not in a DLC, it is a Forzathon car, so to acquire it, you can acquire it via this Forzathon, or if you happen to miss it, you can always acquire it via the auction house, even if you do not have the Porsche DLC. So anyway, moving on. The first challenge, which is known as Morning Commute, is the one that will give you the Porsche 959, and that is to simply win a championship. So to make it easy, you can just simply go to any championship and just race with AI, because the AI are somewhat retarded in a way, but yeah, you can change the difficulty if it's a bit too difficult, but then again, that's the only way and relatively self-explanatory way to get the Porsche 959. So moving on, the other challenges, the next one would be running late, which is to perform 10 burnout skills to earn 45,000 XP, which is honestly not a bad deal, I should say, because the burnout skill is a very simple skill. It can be done in nearly any car, but if you want to make it as simple as possible, just grab a super fast rear-wheel drive car like I did with my Viper ACR here, and just come to a stop and then accelerate quickly. And that's the burnout skill right there. Just do 10 of it and you'll get the XP, which is honestly very worth it. Now the third challenge, Pork Chop, perform 30 lumberjack skills in the Warthog to receive 120,000 credits. Now, although I do not have the Warthog, I will demonstrate how this challenge can be done in my Subaru Brat. Alright, the thing about the lumberjack skill, basically what it's saying is that you need to crash into a tree trunk or a tree branch, a very specific tree trunk or tree branch. Based on my experience, the tree trunk that we're looking for is this particular one, this white one right here, and it is only this that will count as a lumberjack skill, because if you crash into any random trees and things like that, it will count as a wreckage skill. So just think about this challenge. So where can these trees be found? Now, the thing about these trees is that I have not really seen them anywhere, to be honest. There is one particular spot, and that is somewhere north of the Yarra Valley Horizon Festival. It's a bit north, and you should see like an open plain field, and you'll see some dead trees, and there's some white ones, some tree stumps that are white as well. Those are the ones that you need to crash in order to get the lumberjack skill. Now, the only other place which I found this is in the timber mill, but the problem about this is that I only found just one random white tree trunk just sitting there. So yeah, regarding the challenge, you need to hit that one particular type of tree, and that's the one that is white. And also, if you guys would really like to complete this challenge to get the achievement, the Warthog can be acquired in the auction house, and the price ranges anywhere between 500,000 credits to a buyout of 940,000 credits. So if you got a spare cash and you just happen to want a Warthog as well, you can just acquire it and do this challenge really. But as for me, I don't have the Warthog, and I don't really see the worth of getting 120,000 credits, and I don't really see myself trying the Warthog, so yeah, not gonna acquire that. But anyway, moving on to the last challenge, which is Driftworks, which is also a very self-explanatory challenge. Just get 3 stars on 3 drift zones to win 3 wheel spins. So yeah, given that I'm using a keyboard, it is quite difficult for me to get this challenge done, but after a few tries with the Nissan Silvia Horizon Edition, I managed to pull through, even though I'm driving with a keyboard, which doesn't grant me proper acceleration control, but yeah, somehow I managed to pull off the drifts, and I've got 3 stars on 3 different drift zones. And also, yes, I have tested, you can repeat the same drift zone to get 3 stars consistently, and if you do that 3 times, you will still get the challenge done. So if you are really good at one particular drift zone and you think it's easier to get from there, you can just repeat that drift zone 3 times to get the 3 wheel spins, because it also counts. So now back to the question, is the Forzathon worth it? Well, we'll start off with the Porsche 959, as how we always do start with the car every single Forzathon. Now the Porsche 959 is a rear engine 4-wheel drive Porsche, which is quite interesting, and it is powered by a twin turbocharged flat 6, which at that time, this particular car is an engineering wonder, because it is one of those 4-wheel drive cars that somehow worked. So in terms of driving this car in Forza, I've took it out of test drive. It is relatively simple to drive. It's a 4-wheel drive. It doesn't really oversteer that much. Power's a bit low, it can be tuned, but just be careful, it does understeer a bit. So you might want to tune that out. But besides that, it is a decent car to have in your collection. I mean, it's a legendary car, so yeah, it sort of deserves a place in every Forza player's garage. Now regarding the other challenges, like I said, the burnout skill is very easily done, so you can just get 45,000 XP from there. The lumberjack skill, sure, if you have a warthog and you can just go to the spot that I told you in the map, you guys can quite easily get the free 120,000 credits. And drift works for fellow people playing on the keyboard. Well, yeah, just try your best perhaps. But besides that, if you are relatively used to drifting or you already have a set drift car, it is a very easy, so-called easy 3-wheel spins to get. So you guys can try that, honestly. And it does really allowed me to play around with the drift settings and somehow drifting with the keyboard, so I guess that's interesting. So yeah, and I think that is pretty much it. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out.